Down to the live stream is a bit of a disaster, I guess, for the first weekend. So I had not silenced my phone, and it basically, my mom tried to call. And says this, what does that mean? Caitlin, orientation is locked. Rotate device back. What does that mean?
Just try and rotate it to the
Okay,
front.
there's me. Let's try it back. All right, you guys hear me and see me? Give me a comment if you can. I'm not going to go too long today. That's the deal. We're going to jump out here and do weekend live streams, probably one a weekend. Talk stuff, kick around ideas and thoughts. I always want your thoughts for content, obviously for the shows, and we'll keep going. All right, so I don't want to keep you guys on too long today. How you doing, guys? Sorry, we broke it up today several times. I'm a bit unfamiliar with this live stream thing, but again, during the week, to kind of recap, during the week, the live stream for me is difficult because I can't focus on what I'm trying to deliver to you guys, and also at the same time respond to your thoughts, see your comments, and kind of interact with you guys. So we'll keep during the week. And by the way, like I said, I don't edit those things during the week. I just record, I hit upload. We'll keep that going the same way. And then on the weekend, we'll do a live stream. Okay, so I really appreciate, I would like your engagement and your thoughts on this stuff as we progress. And let's take this sucker from 10,000 to 100,000. Okay, so appreciate you guys, because it means that what I have to say or my input, some thoughts are, are hopefully, thought-provoking, hopefully informative, hopefully educational. We'll mix in more legal stuff, and we'll keep going from here. So let me see what's going on here, guys. I'm going to rotate this to get your comments because they were all screwed up here. Rotate your screen. Gotta make phone vertical. You're sideways. Okay, is that better? All right, so, all right, sorry guys. I'll figure this out. Before we were on horizontal mode, and it just didn't, for some reason, register on the iPhone. So, all right, Chris, let's, I guess we'll sign off because I've taken up enough of your time. Uncle Matt, my gal's a lawyer, just graduated. She's having a rough time finding work. I'll give your information to her. Maybe she could contact you. Is she, Sir the Craftsman, is she in California? Let me know. Hey, Roger. If she's in California, let me know. I'm happy to, talk with her. Thing is over the years, I have really leaned down my practice on purpose, and pretty much a one-man show now. One-person show with everything, but I do have a lot of contacts, so let me know. Hey Roger, it'd be nice to know what you started practicing law, when you started practicing law, and what different areas of law you've worked in over the years. That's a really good question. So I started practicing law in 1995, and I passed the bar first try. Came out of law school in May of 95, LA Law School. And I passed the bar, sat for the bar right away, and then passed the bar in December of 95. So almost 30 years now coming up. And I did start in this business and real estate area because what I did during law school, and even in college, what I did was I worked with several different types of, yep, Roger got 10,000, man, last night, thank you. I worked with several different types of law firms on purpose. Like one year I'd go work with a family law firm and intern there, or do a summer job. I worked 1 year with a business and real estate firm. I worked 1 year with a estate planning firm. In college, I actually interned with a criminal defense firm. Great guys. I got to spend a bunch of time in court with them and research for them. So I kind of honed in on what I wanted to. Yeah, Judy. Hi, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I didn't hit silence mode. It interrupted the live stream before, so typical timing for mom. But so that's what I did. I just worked in whole different types of environments, seeing what worked for me and what I liked and what clicked with me. And it turned out it was real estate and business. Worked with a good firm over in actually Beverly Hills for about a year, and did work with them when I was still in law school. So I was going to law school in the morning and driving downtown in the afternoon to West Side to do research and help these guys out. Learned a lot. Obviously, school doesn't teach you much, as you know. You've got to learn on the ground, right? So street smarts and book smarts are two totally different things, as I'm sure you guys are aware. And I obviously, you need the book smarts to get the check mark, to pass the tests, to get the thing on the wall that says, okay, you can do this. But the street smarts are more important, okay? I've learned more lessons by getting my butt kicked in court and getting taken advantage of by whatever it is, clients, opposing parties, opposing counsel, et cetera, et cetera. So you learn from that stuff, I think, real lessons, okay? And again, we go back to, there's a reason why my glass is half empty, but not bunker mentality half empty, really, guys. And yes, as you know, if you've watched the channel from the beginning, I do have the prep set, but that's it. And once it's done, we work on that, we keep it updated and rotated, and then we go out and find opportunities, okay, for things. Will Fed lower interest rates? I think there's going to be enough pressure for the rates to be lowered. I personally, as a non-economist, absolutely for sure. Thanks, Master. As a non-economist, but as a fiscal conservative, I believe we probably actually need higher rates. But I know that's going to tick off a lot of people because lower rates are going to foster the housing market kind of getting off the X. Lower rates are going to foster, more investment, but it also fosters more bad things as well, right? Obviously, with lower rates, we need to, the government ultimately needs lower rates because of the debt, right? They have to service the interest on the debt. So I think we are going to see lower rates. I don't know how soon. I think that it's either going to happen during Powell's, immediate term or current term, or through the next Fed chair. But we'll start seeing lower rates. And again, gold and silver and other assets are going to benefit, not financial advice, but are going to benefit from lower rates. So, but ultimately, a healthy economy should be able to sustain higher rates. Debbie C., I was lost. What do you mean you were lost? I don't understand what you're saying. Ultimately, a healthy economy should be able to sustain higher rates, right? But we live in a. Do you guys ever see that movie? What was it? Where they were, kind of living in like a matrix, not the Matrix, but living in like a make-believe world. A Truman Show, right? So some of that, if you kind of dig in deeper to this stuff, it's crazy, right? So what's put out there and how it's all set up. Housing market is going down the drain, according to Chris. It's stuck. It definitely is stuck. We've got a lot of problems. We've got a big run up since the pandemic on housing prices. And look, I mean, the house I'm sitting in right now, it's gone crazy in terms of the equity appreciation. But it hasn't necessarily been healthy, and now you have this lock-in effect, right, for a lot of people, and you've got mortgage rates that are higher than they were several years ago. So anyway, I've covered those shows, by the way, in the last couple of weeks on the housing market have received tremendous input and views. So I'm going to keep covering that topic. It's important, okay? I think for everybody to understand what's happening. If you're a homeowner, okay, it applies to you. Many people probably own their home outright, and so they think it doesn't matter. But I think it's just good to understand what the heck's going on in the real world. Roger, in my opinion, the unemployment rate needs to rise in order for the Fed to lower interest rates. Well, right, they look at what unemployment, right, and inflation rate. Isn't that their two things they're looking at? The housing market, the jobs market's not that great either, as you guys know. But the official numbers are not looking bad enough, probably, right? That they're going to be quickly forced. And that's been Powell's whole thing. Plus, Powell's going down this whole, we don't know the effect yet of the tariffs, and of course, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but. Ultimately, I ultimately answer the question, whoever asked it, I'm sorry, it's a long-winded answer. I think rates are going to come down for a host of reasons. They have to come down for the federal government to keep servicing the trillions of dollars in debt, right? Unemployment's being underreported, says by the book. I agree with that. Debbie, can you speak about Social Security, 20% in 2034? I saw something, again, I'm not an expert on that stuff, Debbie, but I saw something saying that benefits, I did a video, I think, last week on Social Security and the trust fund and what's happening there. 20%, that was my video in 2034. That was an actual article. And by the way, when I read stories to you guys, I don't elaborate it. I don't kind of give it necessarily my spin. If I'm going to tell you I'm going to interject something, I tell you I'm editorializing. What they're saying is by 2034, benefits could be cut up to 20% because of depletion of the fund. What I didn't understand is they're saying if the fund gets depleted, that benefits won't get cut 100%. They would get cut about 20%. But even 20%, assuming that face value that's accurate, that would be pretty substantial for a lot of people, okay? Because I know a lot of people and retirees that rely basically 100% on their Social Security with no other, let's say, subsidies. Well, not subsidy, but nothing else put aside. Laura, 99 Homes was a movie about the great financial crisis. It really showed what happened back then. I did not see that. XRP will be adopted as utility means for banking. Guys, crypto, when I talk about crypto, thanks Ryan, when I talk about crypto on this channel, the videos tank. If you would have asked me 4 years ago about cryptocurrency, I would have said, get the hell out of here. I don't know anything about it. I don't believe in it. It's not tangible. You can't hold it. Don't forget, if you guys have been following this channel, I'm a hard asset guy, gold, silver. I mean, I've, outside the system kind of stuff. And I would have said no way. But I have been doing some research on my own, and I'm not trying to sell anybody a darn thing. I am putting some resources into not speculative, penguin coins and stuff like that, but I am putting some resources into the big three. Okay, the big three being Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. I don't know what the adoption rate for XRP is going to be. It could be massive. I saw that the SEC delayed another ETF approval or something the other day. It's a lot of games. And like anything else, I am seeing that the cryptocurrency markets are being, XRP is the future. Look at XRP, people are diehards. I get it. I own it, okay, and I believe that it's got some early adoption there. It's gonna keep going. But I know when I talk about on this channel, I don't shy away from talking about anything that is important to me. But I just, sorry guys, to do a bunch of crypto videos right now, unless I see some let's say follow through, from the viewers here, I just don't cover too much. But I believe in it the big ones, okay? And unfortunately, we're going in that direction now. Is gold always going to be, top of the heap on real assets? Absolutely. Thanks, Mike. I'll check it out. Yes, silver too. So, guys, you've seen silver. They banged it down a few days ago, but silver's hugely undervalued. I've been a massive silver fan for a long time. So, I think Bitcoin's going to become a store of value. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, go seven figures in the coming years. Ryan, I love silver too. You guys have seen my silver videos. That's kind of where it all started for me, is silver. Love silver. And again, I don't believe that ETF gold and silver is the way to go. My personal perspective is physical, okay? So, sorry to get all over the board here, all over the map, but XRP for sure. I own it. I like it. I do believe in it. I wouldn't get strung out on a bunch of stuff and projects that you don't understand anything about. And you'll have to, do a lot of homework on that. I own lots of silver too. Okay, good. I know there's a lot of silver fans out there. Me too. Silver's patience is obviously important. Silver's been a long haul and a frustrating haul. It's obviously a lot of it, let's say banksters' Achilles heel, probably, right? Because they just keep manipulating the price of it. And so I won't go into that right now today, but precious metals, cryptocurrencies, land, real things, okay? And a lot will say crypto is not real. And, I would probably say that in the coming years, again, you will maybe take a different perspective on, what's real. But it's not in lieu of, it's in addition to precious metals, okay? Did you give up your biometrics for? Is that what? That's when I say no way. Heck no. Nope. No. None of that. You don't have to. Again, you got to learn about it, guys. If it means anything to you, but it's one of these things where how many asset classes, new asset classes come along, in our lifetimes, right? None, right? What do you have? You have precious metals, you have gold, you have silver, you have real estate, land, you have stocks. But how many new asset classes actually gain traction? And you've got to understand the reality of what's going on now too, is that you have an administration in place that supports it. So again, I'm not trying to preach to anybody or sell anything. I just was responding to that XRP question. So all right, well, I've been rambling on in, I guess, at least 2 live streams now for a bit longer than I should be. Let's try to get some traction on these live streams on the weekend, and I will look forward. Really, it means a lot to me that you guys comment and I get to interact with you, and I'm not, let's say, distracted during the week at the office. I'm distracted with calls coming in and clients and files and things. So I try to get content up as I can. Hopefully, usually every day on something that I think is important for us all to be paying attention to. But I think the weekends could be, okay, see you, Mike. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. The weekends can be this time for us to kind of just kick stuff around, talk about stuff, right? Not just me talking at you, but you guys giving, giving your input. And let's just keep growing the channel. Truly organic channel with very, very smart, I can tell, smart people on the other side here. So I'm just one guy. And I'll leave it there today. I appreciate all of you, and let's keep going. Let's pay attention to what's going on. Stay vigilant. And hi, Keisha. I think it's Keisha, right? You've been around a long time, Keisha. Can you do a video? What platform you use to buy your crypto? Yeah, I can do that. I really can, and I'm happy to do that. Thanks, Roger, if there's interest, okay? But a couple of big platforms that I moved the crypto to a cold wallet. You can't keep this stuff, any meaningful crypto investments, guys, on these exchanges, okay? Laura, you too. Nice to hear from you. You can't keep the crypto sitting on exchanges, okay? You just can't do it, okay? In order to, it's like having physical metals, physical gold and silver. Coinbase obviously is probably the preeminent platform. So look into it, and I don't know. I just want to come out and say thank you again for the support. Thank you guys for the comments. And hi, Trace. I will talk to all of you, if not tomorrow, probably not. I'll be uploading some content Monday. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.